YouTube, what is up today? We're going to be doing Pickems week 2, and our first week went okay. At least EMEA 5 out of 6. The other regions not as good as this. I got the Fnatic game wrong. Obviously, Icebox they looked really off, and then Lotus was close. Very impressive from Heretics to do this. Wasn't expecting Miniboo to play, but the fact that he looked as good, I think honestly, even if I knew Miniboo was coming in, I think I would have gone with Fnatic in terms of like time from being at Madrid. So yeah, not even going to use that as an excuse for this one. I just think I would have gone for Fnatic either way, even if I knew Miniboo was playing. Yeah, just Fnatic looked off. Heretics looked really, really good. K-Corp against Foot, and this is hard to gauge in terms of Foot smashed Liquid. And was it Liquid looking bad or was it Foot looking good? And I think it was a solid mix of both. With that said, I'm going to go with K-Corp. If I had to put a percentage on, it's like a 60-40. I think it might be closer than some other people are thinking. So yeah, out of 100, I'll give it like 60%, 40%. I could see Foot taking this. I'm liking their comps more. They're leaning more into like KO. Even the Chamber on CNED was looking good on Split. And yeah, I'll go with K-Corp. I'm feeling okay with this one. But this goes 3 maps. This is probably the first game in EMEA that goes 3 maps. Then we got Team Heretics against Vitality. And I really want to click Vitality, but I just can't. I think honestly these two are hard to gauge at the moment because Liquid messed up and Na'Vi looked unreal. And it was hard to gauge Foot from that, and it's hard to gauge Vitality from that because Vitality could actually be very good. And I think their Deadlock comp looked good. It had some cool stuff. Just the fact that, Na'Vi won every Angel when I was watching them. And then Vitality didn't really get into it, but again, with Heretics and how they're looking, I'm pretty confident Miniboo's there. I have to back them, so it's more of just like a Heretics keep looking insane, and it doesn't look like there's any slowdown of that. So I'm just gonna go with them with the momentum. Percentage-wise, this is another 60-40. No, it's maybe like a 35. 35-65 is probably more where I'm at for this one. I think that's fair. Na'Vi against Liquid, I'm definitely going for Na'Vi after what I saw. Na'Vi looked incredibly good. Liquid looked a little bit off in the Foot game, but they looked a lot better again in the Koi game. So it's like a topsy-turvy one for them in terms of what I'm going to go for. But yeah, if we're looking at current form, Na'Vi should be so fine for this. Liquid might get a map, but if it's what we saw from the Foot game, I think this might even be a 2-0. So yeah, percentage. I don't know why I keep doing percentages. I'm gonna stop doing that, so this video is gonna be like 30 minutes long. Okay, BBL against Koi. What the hell? What do I put for BBL Koi? I might come back to that. That's actually probably the hardest one to go for. Fnatic Giants really didn't enjoy what I saw from Giants, but I think it's obviously going to look better, and I imagine that this is where Fnatic start building a bit of momentum. So, going to go with Fnatic. If Giants win this, then fair play. They heavily turned it around, and we need to massively worry about Fnatic. But I'll tell you what, out of all of the games, I think this is the one I'm most confident with. So we'll probably come back to this video if something mad happens. Or maybe I'm most confident with this one. We'll see. It is between these two in terms of where I'm most confident. But Fnatic should take this. I would even go and say this should be a 2-0. But yeah, again, maybe we'll come back to this video. The French rivalry, K-Corp against Gentlemates. K-Corp have to play 2 games. You've got Foot and Gentlemates. Gentlemates are looking okay, but I think when Gentlemates have shown a lot of their stuff, I think they're going to be easier to anti. And I just think K-Corp have a player. Like, I just think the players are better in K-Corp. Gentlemates, obviously, some of the Phoenix comps, if they get off to a good start, it like snowballs out of control. But in terms of doing that consistently for 3 maps, I think that's too hard. BBL Koi. Koi, I think. This is very close. This is very, very close. I think I go with Koi. There's a chance that Pora and the boys do this. Good chance. I would say this is 50-50, to be honest. But I'm going to go with Koi. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, this is my pick'ems for week 2 for EMEA. And then, who have we got next? Who is this? Pacific. How do we do for Pacific? Not great. Could have just flipped a coin for this one, to be honest. 4 out of 8 probably would have done better. So which did I get wrong? Team Secret DRX. DRX looked a lot better than I thought. Bleed Talon. I really took a big chance with Bleed. It disappointed me a little bit. RRQ Team Secret. I went Team Secret. I lost all the Team Secret games. RRQ. I mean, this was a close game. And then T1 Detonation. I'm not even mad. I'm not even the slightest bit mad at this because this was the sickest game. This was just the sickest game. This was the game of the week. I loved it, man. I would actually just go watch this back just normally. I thought this was a really cool game. So yeah, not even mad about that. And again, huge congrats to DFM. I'm genuinely looking forward to their games. So that's really, really cool. Maybe not as much this one because they got a. I mean, let's just click this because this is a rough showing. Even though what I've seen has been really good, I think Genji is the one team at the moment that, I mean, obviously, and maybe Paper X will have a very good time as well. But yeah, they got a rough time on this one. But bit of momentum, now some belief. Detonation can potentially do it again, but got to go with Genji. I'll be mad not to. Genji, Paper X. I'm going to go with Genji. Again, I'm just very high up on this team. The fact that I'm seeing them add new stuff makes me just very, believe in them. They are learning from Madrid, even though they came second. It's not like, okay, guys, you can have some time off. Let's all take our foot off the pedal. It is all go, and the players seem hungry, and there's no sign of weakness at the moment, so I can't go against them for both of their games. Even though they have to play a double game, so it might be a little bit harder for them. T1 against DRX, I'm going to go with T1. Again, I'm still not worried for T1, even though they lost both of their games. Detonation, I mean, DFM looked good, and T1, I still believe, looked good in those games as well. Lotus should be really fun. DRX have a very good chance to win it, I'll be honest. This actually might be a 50-50, maybe a 55-45. DRX just looking so much better. But T1, I still have belief in them from how good they looked at kickoff. And again, for these two losses, I still think they look decent. Just the other teams just looked a little bit better. And first time you come up against comps can be hard. Team Secret against Zeta. And oh man, I'm gonna keep going with the Team Secret. I'm on the Team Secret train still. Am I worried? Slightly. But I'm still in the mind that Zeta didn't look as good on kickoff, so I have to kind of factor that in. But this should be a lot closer than I think as well. Bleed against RRQ. I'm off the Bleed train. I think. At least for this game, RRQ just, I think, should be better. Bleed's comps have too many weaknesses for my books, and now that they've kind of been out there and people know what the comps are, I expect teams to have a fun time against them. Saying that, I might go for Bleed here. Talon against GE. GE, the firepower is just not here. If I'm telling you, if Ross is at the top of the scoreboard, I said this in Plat Chat, if Ross is in the top of the scoreboard, I am worried for this team. And I think he's fragging out well. And I think Lightning Fast is fragging out well as well, to be honest. I think those two are kind of performing to the level that I think they can look great, but I need the other three to step up. I really do. So until I see that, I'm going to be going against them. RRQ against T1. Damn, dudes, this is a sick game. RRQ against T1. Am I an RRQ believer or am I sticking with T1? Oh man, T1 could make me responsible for losing all of my games. They can't go 0-4, right? I think this is the game that RRQ lose. Damn, I tell you what, this is a very close game. I'm going to stick with T1. And yeah, I can just be disappointed. I mean, I really like RRQ's coach. So I kind of like multiple players and coaches in these teams. But again, I'm just going to stick with my original theory that T1 is still doing good stuff. Yeah. But this is a 50-50. It's going to be a really close game. I'm actually really pumped for this game. Bleed against Zeta. I said it was off the Bleed train. I'm getting back on the Bleed train. It's so hard for me to realize that this team has improved from kickoff. I need to see more. I know they have improved from kickoff, but I saw so much bad stuff at kickoff that it's just cemented in my brain. And unless this week looks a lot better, I'm not going to change my opinion. I know they looked better here. Like I know they definitely look better from kickoff, especially if we look at Icebox. But I need to see more of it to remove that from my brain, it seems. Okay, so this is my Pickems for Pacific. Definitely not as confident as I was in EMEA, that's for sure. There's some close games this week. Okay, we'll lock that one in. And where on earth are we? EMEA, China. What did we... Oh, man, we kind of got wrecked in China. 3 out of 6. Halfway again. Should have just flipped a coin. Wolves. Why did I go with Wolves so heavy? And all gamers beat Dragon Ranger. I need to watch this game at one point as well. So we'll try and do that. JDG looking good. I'm kind of fine with this one. I know that Nova are better than I originally thought coming into kickoff, but JDG still, I like the upgrade. I think this is a stronger team now. FPX against Dragon Ranger, and you would go for FPX if they lost to all gamers. I guess I'm just using that logic. And FPX were using some mad comps apparently. I heard about a triple controller comp on, I think it was Lotus, that I probably need to watch. So there's 2 VODs that I need to catch up on for sure for this region. Wolves against, oh man, this is going to be my T1, isn't it? Where I just go for Wolves every single time. This is hard because I'm going to click on Wolves, but if all gamers actually look a lot better, then I mean I can just blame Wolves. It's fine. I'm sticking with it. China's a little bit of a guessing game for me because I haven't seen enough. Trace against Billy. I think the Trace is just a very strong team. Titan, I think again should be good against Dragon Ranger. Maybe I'm using too much bias of this game, but Titan I think will take this. And EDG against Tyloo is the easiest one here for sure. So at least we're going to get one right. Okay, that's mine for China. And last but not least, we have Americas, and we fumbled Americas. Oh my, 2 out of 5, we really fumbled Americas. In my fairness, in my defense, I thought Curry was going to be playing here. So I'm not too fussed about the Sentinels one. I probably still would have gone for... Would I still have gone for 100 Thieves? I'm not sure. I might have, to be honest. Just because I think the Sentinels should have looked worse than they did, and it's a very good sign that they looked as good as they did, to be honest. So yeah, they keep surprising me. Like I still am predicting them to do good in like obviously in kickoff, and I said they were going to win in terms of Masters. Like I had all of that down, but I just think the way that they're adapting and improving, just yeah, they're a step above of what I even thought they were, and I kind of thought they were towards the top. So that's pretty cool. Cloud9, massively better than what I thought. Lev, some crazy comps that don't need to do with players this good, and Crew, Furia, Heat. Man, Heat, it was an absolute beast. I'm going to remember that. That's why I'm actually going to do this early. Wait, am I doing this early? MIBR looks so good in kickoff. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Heat on Initiator, I'm on board with it. And I think this might be a bit of recency bias where Furia was looking, again, not as good as I would have hoped. But Kesnet and Heat fragging heavy, this is... And this is a close game. Okay, I'm coming back to this. I got a bit too carried away. Okay, G2 against 100 Thieves. Oh, no. Because I loved the G2 Icebox comp. I'm actually going to go ahead and say that G2 are not going to lose Icebox this season. Wait, is that mad? No, that's too mad. There's too many teams. There's too many good teams. G2 are only going to lose 1 game on Icebox this season. I don't know who it's to, but that gives me a bit of a safety net. But that's how good I think it is. Like I think they should beat majority of the other teams. Maybe like one of these NRG Loud or someone will beat them. 100 Thieves. Am I still on board with 100 Thieves? Am I going to go with G2? I heard they've been popping in scrims. Let's stick on the 100 Thieves train, and I'm close to getting off, but I still think they looked okay against Sentinels. I'm still on board with that. I just think Sentinels are very, very legit. So I'm going to go with this. I really hope that 100 Thieves gets rid of Icebox. I don't think they will, and I think they're going to be a map down. But I think they're going to win 2-1. That's where I'm at. I think this is a 2-1. Yeah, if G2 get Icebox, I reckon they... Oh, man. To be fair, 100 Thieves... might be closer than I think. G2 still win Icebox. They have these 2 teams have some cool comps. Okay. Sentinels, Lev, and I've got to click on Sentinels, especially after they're seeing some of these Lev comps. They're going to know how to exploit them. Relatively confident about this one. Lev is slowly going down in my books the more that I see. They really, and I don't know who it is in the team, but they really like to experiment with some stuff, and they just don't need to. Like, they have Aspas, they have Com, who is one of the best Sovas. Like, just lean into that. Jet, Sova, just lean into these comps. They don't need to do this other mad stuff. NRG against wait. Crew MIBR. Crew MIBR. Heat, but MIBR looked so good in kickoff. And it's fraud and bazooka with time off. Okay, I'm bringing my okay, no recency bias. I'm bringing my brain back to kickoff and how good they looked. I'm going for MIBR. There is one person that can wreck me, and that is Heat, and he's owned me here, and he might own me here again, but that's fine as well. I kind of hope that dude, that's a big game for him, right? Because he got kicked by them. Oh, damn. That's a big game for him. He is going to want it, but he's going to want it so much that maybe he's going to try and make plays that he shouldn't make. I think that's where I'm at, and he'll overextend. Dude, this is going to be a fun game. He's going to really want it. Okay, I'm gonna go with MIBR, but yeah, this actually is going to be pretty fun. Okay, NRG against Furia. This is an easy one for me in terms of seeing how Furia are playing and NRG are playing. NRG look really good. Kind of just bashed Loud that arrived like a day before. Feel a bit bad for them. Evil Geniuses against Cloud9. I'm gonna go with Cloud9. I kind of liked what they were showing. Yeah, I actually feel relatively confident about that. EG making a few mistakes. It's like the first time I've seen Potter actually like rage a little bit when they're just not going through with some of her original plans, and the mistakes and the cracks are showing. And yeah, I think that some of that stuff is going to be hard to fix. So I'm going to go with C9. Okay, that's all of my pick'ems done. We'll look back next week. We'll see how we did. And dude, lot of fun games this week. Let me know in the comments which ones you think I'm getting wrong, or which game. What is the game of the week? Because there's a lot of games that could potentially be the game of the week. So let me know what your game of the week is. And yeah, I'll see you on the stream. Thank you so much for all the subs, all the likes, all the comments, and just all the general support. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.